That's all there's left. Alright, let's check out this new crazy story. Oh yeah, fuck Kyle Vickery. He's a child abusing piece of shit. I think I'll say that every time I come on here. Every single time. Kyle Vickery is an abusive piece of shit. Kyle Vickery is a child abusive piece of shit. Now, kinda has a, truthful ring to it since it was on his record, Yeah. Oh! God. Yeah. I tell you, you people are pathetic. You know that, right? Well, let's move on. Oh, I gotta say somebody like you, person I just blocked, Kyle Vickery. Anyways, moving on. This next video, I'm gonna showcase. Yeah, I'm broken. I'll tell you what, I ain't broken at all. I'm tired. I'm fed up. And so are other people that are talking about other things people like y'all do. So your time is coming to an end, slowly but surely.
See purple. Boom. Watch this. Guaranteed. You're going to see purple. Boom. Wow.
A military wife is now charged with attempted first-degree homicide after her husband allegedly caught her on camera pouring bleach into his coffee maker. He says it was all to get life insurance benefits.
Whatever's in there, there's a lot of it.
It all started in March 2023
He's
when
lucky.
an unnamed United States Air Force airman was stationed in Germany. At the time, he lived with his wife, Melody Feliciano Johnson, and their child. The couple is now going through a divorce. According to quote, started noticing that his coffee was tasting bad. He continued to drink the coffee for the next 2 to 3 weeks and then ended up buying some pool chemical testing strips as the coffee continued to taste very bad to him.
2 weeks. He may have irreversible damage internally, even from them. I mean, luckily, he reports it just tasted bad. They don't say that he, had to go to the emergency room in an emergency or anything. So, like, good. But then again, I mean, I can't imagine Like, talk about something messing somebody up.
In multiple videos, the husband uses chlorine strips to test the water in his coffee maker. Every time, the test strip returns results for high levels of chlorine.
He's showing that he's making it with regular water. Cannot imagine your significant other, the person you taken in sickness and health and whatever condition till death. Unwanted phone call.
According to a criminal complaint, the man, quote, suspected someone was tampering with his coffee, and in May 2023, while still in Germany, he set up a camera in his house. At that point, video captures Johnson pouring something into his coffee pot.
So assuming that that's somebody never called me before, that's the second call. So I mean, technically that's harassment, but one more and it definitely would be. But if it's somebody already tells more to, which it
So that's
probably
the
is, then
water on video. So let's test this water. It's going to be purple. Boom.
there's it 3 times. So yeah.
I knew it.
The man later told law enforcement he prepared his coffee every evening so that in the morning he just needed to turn it on to make his coffee. He alleged between the time he set his coffee the following morning, Feliciano Johnson tampered with the machine. Video seemingly captures this, showing Feliciano Johnson checking to see if the coffee maker has been prepared before grabbing something from under the sink and pouring it into the machine.
Yeah.
Later, video shows her husband checking to see the coffee maker she'd tampered with. The husband alleged his wife used bleach as a form of poison, storing the chemical under the sink. Court documents state that at the time, during May 2023, the husband stopped drinking the coffee, continued to pretend to drink it, as he did not want to make a report of this while in Germany. He said he knew his wife would continue poisoning him and wanted to submit a report while in the US.
About 50 minutes ago, while I was at work, I noticed her come over to the coffee maker and she did something. So I've got my tester. I'm going to add the water to see if there's chlorine and pH is off. Pretty certain it is because I saw the bleach bottle over here. I saw it being pulled out. That bottle was pulled out. Okay. There's this here. Oh, you can smell it from here. I can smell it. Fine. Don't know if it'll actually do anything. It'll change it since I've already put it in, but let's give it a shot here. Okay. Let's see if it'll do anything. Look at that. Totally changed. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And you can smell it. Like I could literally smell this. Fix this here. Yeah, I can literally smell this. You can see it sudsed up. Soapy. I guarantee it's slick too on the fingers. Yeah, slippery. Ugh, gross. Just gotta catch it in the States.
1 month later, in late June, the family returned to the United States and was stationed at an Air Force base in Tucson, Arizona. At that point, additional cameras were set up. Video captures Johnson pour something into the coffee pot and look over her shoulder to see if anyone is watching. By early July, her husband reported his findings to the Tucson Police Department. Court documents state he, quote, showed the officers at the front desk the video, but since you could not clearly see what she was pouring into the coffee maker, the report was taken with no follow-up. At that point, he purchased additional cameras disguised as fire alarms. He set them up in the laundry room and in the kitchen area where the coffee maker was located.
So this morning I checked this coffee maker and the kitchen clothes came on. So I cleaned my coffee pot out after I made coffee, and it drained all day. So I came back this evening and it smells again. So I'm going to do a test. Boom. Wow.
Feliciano Johnson was caught on camera multiple times, appearing to pour bleach in the laundry room, walking it into the next room, and then pouring it into the coffee maker. Other times, she was caught on camera looking over her shoulder as she seemingly poured the chemical into the machine. Over and over, Feliciano Johnson's husband captures this on camera, using chlorine strips to demonstrate the alleged poisoning.
Boy, they keep calling and calling. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was still fucking muted.
You can smell it. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You can tell by the video from there and from there that I have not messed with this coffee maker. I just arrived home about an hour ago and I figured now I decided I'm going to test this to show that it's definitely tainted.
How many times do we must see the same thing? Like, we know she's tampering with it. She's been doing it since you've been out the country. But I mean, you got a solid case. You definitely can't argue with that. I mean, your attention to detail is great. You don't want to fuck with this dude. He'll fucking go over everything.
Big change.
Several times, he showcased the coffee maker, saying he could still
We know. Huh.
smell the bleach.
Like I do every day, I clean this thing out after I test it.
I hope to God, like, well, I almost want to say the sad thing is, even though he probably cleaned it out, he then used it, and he's saying like right now, even though he cleaned it out, he can still smell it, and that's like, yeah, like, dude, there's probably a good chance out of all those times you drank a good little bit. Like if it was added all together at one time, that would have probably been a little substantial amount of whatever the fuck that shit is, chlorine, bleach, whatever. And this bitch is evil. Like I'm sorry, but I might have pretended like I was drinking it and went out every day after I got my cup, put it in like a big thermos and take off. I'd leave and pour that shit straight out after I got the evidence, and I'd go to Starbucks. Fuck that. He probably drank out of it though after he cleaned it. That'd be a little hard to do though, you'd think, if you have your coffee in the morning and your wife's in there with you. Like, it seemed like she'd want to also watch you drink it, too. I mean, some people are just sick like that, or she wants to make sure it happens. That's fucked up. Man, she'll probably go to jail for life, hopefully.
This back is very slippery right now.
Probably, I mean, and this is no offense to ladies, because sometimes it does happen, but I don't think this is one of those cases. But sometimes they'll try to claim abuse drove them to doing something awful like this. But this is way too calculated. He's in the army. He don't seem like a bad guy. So I don't see any mitigating factors, as they call it.
No, from after I rinsed, it smells like bleach.
He said after he rinsed, he felt like, man, I hope to God if you drink out of that thing at all, that you did more than just. But hell, you can't. You can't wash a coffee maker with soap. That would make it taste worse or bad. I wonder, man, please tell me you didn't drink out of that thing after rinsing it out. Oh, God, man. I don't know. I don't think he actually says whether he did or didn't, but this scene kind of implies it.
Looks like the bleach has a new location. That purple lid is now over here. Let's see what it smells like. No smell. Doesn't smell.
Other times, he displayed how the coffee maker would become soapy when water was added.
Today's the strongest it's been. I've been rinsing it out at least 7 or 8 times. It's still very slippery, bubbly.
I really hope you didn't drink out of that. Not even once.
She was off today. She didn't work. Today's the most that I'm having to clean it. Whatever's in there's a lot of it.
Damn. I didn't know you could submerge them. Well, it's not submerged technically, but fuck.
After collecting multiple videos that showed her allegedly pouring the bleach into the machine, Feliciano Johnson was arrested on July 18th. She was taken into custody and invoked her right to an attorney immediately, so she wasn't questioned by police. Citing familial ties to
Of course not. She's gonna look to try to get, if anything, the most lenient sentence. Since nothing was actually happened, he didn't luckily get hurt or anything, at least outright, then they'll probably, the way it'll go out is they'll argue that, they'll try to get some crazy shit like 5 to 10 years or something, I bet. Or, hell, even less if they can try it, if they have no criminal history whatsoever. And I guess I gotta turn this fucking thing off. So, as I was saying, give me a minute. That's what I hate about that shit. Yeah, they'll try to get her, a light sentence and some extended supervision, hopefully. But I think that she should have to do hardcore time. That's my opinion. Could have most certainly killed him if he wasn't that attentive, and perhaps maybe she didn't put just so much in there at first, or maybe kind of like. And I'm not advising anyone to do this. I'm just saying, had she maybe had used a little bit less and spread it on any it wasn't the same thing. Like, ended up hurting him permanently, but he wouldn't have noticed it. So thank God she was, call it maybe dumb, or call him smart, call it God's will. He was able to catch it and document it, because what could have more? I mean, just like him going at first with the first footage, and he had more than just one at first. But the camera, didn't really get what was exactly being poured in there. That she could have argued, how do you know I'm not pouring? Or her lawyer could have argued, how? Well, she alleges. I mean, how do you know she's not putting in espresso shots for her husband? Because she alleges that she would do that, and that this is all a ploy because they're having issues, and he doesn't want to have to lose anything in the marriage. I mean, that could be a reasonable fucking thing some lawyer could come up with off the fly. And I mean, and that's assuming that he never got anything but that original video, and they ended up trying it. So in a way, I guess they kind of did him a service by telling him that he needed to get a better camera angle, or more than one, because that's what ultimately is going to seal her fate. And whether it'll be long enough or whatever, it's anybody's guess. But yeah, I really appreciate, and I come back to a night like this, and I hear shit that kind of confirms what I started to think. When people say,
Watch this.
that
Guaranteed.
whatever, I guess Jane's still alive. Or not, he was live, it's over now. But yeah, you know, apparently books, you know, well, I guess it's not the first time it's been said. Apparently you do square shit or whatever the fuck. I could say some people do some other things that I could associate with one person's name, but I don't go around and do that. And the only reason why that was said was because, oh, you know, some of us don't really care if we, are streaming late, and we try to go late or make it to go long, do something different, or just get on wanting to do real long streams for a while and you fall asleep. It's like a statistical probability it's going to happen. but whatever. What the fuck? I've got this.
After the disappointing
I've got this loaded up, and I'm thinking of starting it because I technically did go ahead and play through 2, but I didn't get a full 100% completion, and I didn't explore New Austin region. But I mean, I'll end up going back and doing that. But still, I haven't played this game yet.
recent announcement that Red Dead Redemption 1 will be released on Nintendo Switch and modern PlayStation systems
And that's exactly why I got it.
instead of a long-awaited remaster that has been speculated for years now. I thought it would be a good idea to revisit this game in 2023 to see how it holds up and whether it's truly worth playing or not. I think the outcome of this video might surprise you. Did you play this game back in the day? Give the video a quick like rating if you did, and let's see how many of you are watching. The graphics. This game was released in 2010, so it wouldn't be unreasonable to assume the graphics are now outdated. Surprisingly, this isn't the case. I played this game on Xbox Series X, which plays at 60 FPS, and the map looks pretty incredible for a game of this age. Yes, details on certain character models don't look the best, and textures aren't as detailed compared to games releasing nowadays, but for the most part, the graphics really don't hold this game back. Even if you do really care about the visuals, this game will not put you off despite its age, which is pretty remarkable. The open world. This was surprising. I forgot how alive this world feels. Yes, it's not on the same level as Red Dead Redemption 2, but as you explore the world, the NPCs truly feel like they are real people, instead of just standing around like dumb pricks. They react with each other and actually have a purpose. This shines when you visit the little towns around the map, which feel lived in, as you watch the NPCs look after their animals and ranches. I love the fact you can even do night watches to help the NPCs protect their towns. It's just a cool little feature. This is something you cannot even do in Red Dead Redemption 2. The map was also huge for its time, and it still feels big now, but it never feels like any details were missed, and luckily you can fast travel, which is ideal if you aren't a fan of long horse rides. The random NPC events that you often see in the GTA series are also a thing in this game. You'll often be asked to catch someone who has just robbed some bloke's horse, or free someone who's just been tied up by criminals. And it's your choice whether you blow their tits off or tie them up. All this just adds to the immersion, and I really enjoy these little events.
You might want to deal with this fella yourself.
To help the world feel even more expansive, there are many different things you can do around the map, such as drinking at bars, playing poker, duels, visiting movie theaters, and so much more. It might not be on the same level as Red Dead Redemption 2's world building, but it's still impressive despite its age, and it does a better job than more recent games such as Cyberpunk 2077 at making the world feel alive. Gameplay. So here I was expecting it to feel a bit dated in places, but surprisingly most of the gameplay holds up. The biggest issue I had was the horse riding. When you've played Red Dead Redemption 2 for years, the horse riding in this game does feel quite rough, and I feel like the horse has a mind of its own at times. Trying to steer into the direction you want to go in can be difficult. The animations whilst riding are also incredibly fast paced for some reason, which makes it look unrealistic when compared to Red Dead Redemption 2. Apart from that, Gunplay feels surprisingly good, and it still works very well. At no point does it feel outdated. Killing enemies is still incredibly satisfying, and I love the classic Deadeye when you can select multiple targets and literally twat the piss out of enemies. It makes you feel like a beast. The
Undead Nightmare is the zombie game. I'm gonna get into that too.
reputation system is in this game, so killing
It's
innocent
basically the same game, only with a zombie theme. Different story, I guess. Well, same characters, but switch up in the story details.
people does have some effect, and NPCs will react to you negatively if you let the bar decrease, which helps with the world building aspect. Customization is lacking a bit when compared to Red Dead Redemption 2. Things such as being able to customize your full outfit by buying lots of clothes, fully customizable guns, and being able to grow a beard aren't in this game, but it's not a big deal. You can unlock outfits at least, and there is guns, properties, and lots of different things to buy still. Gameplay as a whole is very impressive for its age, and I'd be bold enough to say it's still much better than most games released nowadays, as there is just so much to do. The story. This is the main reason why people decide to pick up this game again, and I couldn't agree more. Yes, some of the missions like herding damn cows is kind of annoying, but during these missions, you build a relationship with the characters and find out more about them. The story is truly timeless, and I had a blast playing through it again. If you've played Red Dead Redemption 2, which is set before this game, seeing the characters appear again in this one is amazing, as you already know these characters really well, and it's great to see where they've ended up later in life and what kind of person they've become.
Oh. Poor kid.
It's a shame there was no mention of Arthur when Red Dead Redemption 1 was made, but I guess Rockstar did not know who their main protagonist was going to be yet for Red Dead Redemption 2. I think replaying this game after Red Dead Redemption 2 is a must, as you truly get so much out of it, and to see John get betrayed at the end of this game really adds even greater impact when you realise everything Arthur did in Red Dead Redemption 2 to give John a better life, for it all to get pissed away. And that mission at the end where you get to play as John's son is so damn good. It's potentially one of the best story modes ever made in a video game, but of course this is subjective. Overall, should you play Red Dead Redemption 1 in 2023? Honestly, for the story alone, this is a yes. But considering most other aspects of this game still hold up and don't ever feel outdated, I highly recommend playing this game. Anything that does feel a bit rough around the edges, you get used to anyway, as it just grips you so quickly. And it's hard to say, not being able to play Undead Nightmare is just amazing. And it is a shame that it's now unlikely this will ever get a remaster due to Rockstar's latest announcement, but I'm sure this could change if enough people want one. Then again, it's about time we just got GTA 6, I guess. But do let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this game and how good do you think it is? I would love to know. And to find out whether GTA 4 Online is still active in 2023, and to be honest, this could surprise you. This is just unreal. This is unbelievable. Just click the card on screen to watch that video. Thank you guys for watching as always, and have a great rest of your day.
Red Dead.
So it's been a while.
I mean, you can't play Red Dead Redemption 1 online on the PS4. The patch they released, which I hate, because I wanted to try the online because that version of online is actually free. The fucking Red Dead 2, you have to pay. Well, I guess if you really, really grind, which who's got the fucking time to play a game that much? Nobody. I mean, not being this old. Maybe you could play without having to pay, but I mean, you're gonna have to pay for fucking stupid gold bars currency every now and then. That's why I just rather play the campaign modes because like I'm not gonna waste money on game money. I'm just not.
Since I last checked if the beloved GTA 4 Online is still active with players in 2023. Every time we've done this so far, we've always been able to find other players, which has been incredible and truly shows how good this game was and still is. However, have people finally stopped playing GTA 4 Online and has it died? Every like on this video is dedicated to GTA 4. Let's see how many likes we can get for this amazing game. If you would like to own a RGH Xbox 360 that allows you to do the impossible, for example, play emulators such as SNES, PlayStation 1, Sega Mega Drive, Nintendo DS, Game Boy, and the list goes on, mess around with friends in online lobbies, and so much more, just click the link below to the worldwide leading play emulators such as Xbox 360 that allows you to do the impossible, for
It says gangster mods. Does it allow you to mod stuff?
example, play emulators such as House and oh boy, they all just got twatted. Are people going to ever stop playing GTA 4 online? The game came out in 2008. Someone else got attention. I'm playing, so it's not exactly a great time to play a game that's supposed to be dead. And he's getting in my car. Got to be done. Oh bollocks! This guy's trying to kill us. Oh shit! I just literally drove straight into the rocket. Absolute knob. This guy's quite a good driver, to be fair. What is?
Well, all right. I'm getting off here for the night. Fuck y'all.